YAH, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yah, pay careful attention and respond. Yud-He-Vav-He is our power and authority. Yahweh works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love. Yahweh with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Psalm 81 through 85. For the leader on the Gittit by Asaph. Sing for joy to God our strength. Shout to the God of Yaakov. Start the music, beat the drum, play the sweet lyre and the lute. Sound the shofar at Rosh Hodesh and at full moon for the pilgrim feast. Because this is the law for Israel, a ruling for the God of Yaakov. He placed it as a testimony in Yosef when he went out against the land of Egypt. I heard an unfamiliar voice say, I lifted up the load from his shoulder. His hands were freed from the laborer's basket. You called out when you were in trouble, and I rescued you. I answered you from the thundercloud. I trusted you at Meribah spring by saying, Selah, hear, my people, while I give you warning. Israel, if you would only listen to me. There is not to be with you any foreign god. You are not to worship an alien god. I am Yud-He-Vav-He, your God, who brought you out from the land of Egypt. Open your mouth, and I will fill it. But my people did not listen to my voice. Israel would have none of me. So I gave them over to their stubborn hearts, to live by their own plans. How I wish my people would listen to me, that Israel would live by my ways. I would quickly subdue their enemies and turn my hand against their foes. Those who hate Yud-He-Vav-He could cringe before him, while Israel's time would last forever. They would be fed with the finest wheat, and I would satisfy you with honey from the rocks. A Psalm of Asaph. Elohim God stands in the divine assembly. There with the Elohim judges. He judges. How long will you go on judging unfairly, favoring the wicked? Selah. Give justice to the weak and fatherless. Uphold the rights of the wretched and poor. Rescue the destitute and needy. Deliver them from the power of the wicked. They don't know, they don't understand. They wander about in darkness. Meanwhile, all the foundations of the earth are being undermined. My decree is, you are Elohim, God's judges. Sons of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, you will die like mortals. Like any prince, you will fall. Rise up, Elohim, and judge the earth, for all the nations are yours. A psalm of Asaph. God, don't remain silent. Don't stay quiet, God, or still, because here are your enemies causing an uproar. Those who hate you are raising their heads, craftily conspiring against your people, consulting together against those you treasure. They say, come, let's wipe them out as a nation. Let the name of Israel be remembered no more. With one mind they plot their schemes. The covenants they have made it against you, the tents of Edom and the Jerusalem, Moab and Hagrim, Gavah, Ammon, Amalek, Pleshit, and those living in Zor. Ashur, too, is allied with them to reinforce the descendants of Lot. Do to them as you did to Midian and Syria and Yavin at Vadi Kashan. They were destroyed at Endor and became manure for the ground. Make their leaders like Oreb and Zeev, all their princes like Zevach and Zudmanah, who said, let's take possession of God's meadows for ourselves. My God, make them whirling dust, like chaff driven by the wind, like fire burning up. the forests, like a flame that sets the mountains ablaze. Drive them away with your storm. Terrify them with your tempest. Fill their faces with shame, so that they will seek your name, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh. Let them be ashamed and fearful forever. Yes, let them perish in disgrace. Let them know that you alone, whose name is Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, are the Most High over all the earth. For the leader on the Gittit, a psalm of the song of Korach. How deeply loved are your dwelling places, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh Svaot. My soul yearns, yes, faints with longing for the courtyards of Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh. My heart and body cry for joy to the living God. As the sparrow finds herself a home, and the swallow her nests where she lays her young, so my resting place is by your altars, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh Svaot, my King and my God. How happy are those who live in your house. They never cease to praise you. Selah. How happy the man whose strength is in you, in whose heart are pilgrim highways. Passing through the dry Bacha valley, they make it a place of springs, and the early rain clothes it with blessings. They go from strength to strength and appear before God in Zion. Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, God of armies, hear my prayer. Listen, God of Yaakov. Selah. God, see our shield, the King. Look at the face of your anointed. Better a day in your courtyards than 1,000 days elsewhere. Better just standing at the door of my God's house than living in the tents of the wicked. For Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, God, is a sun and a shield. Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh bestows favor and honor. He will not withhold anything good from those whose lives are pure. Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh Svaot, how happy is anyone who trusts in you. For the leader, a psalm of the sons of Korach. Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, you have shown favor to your land. You have restored the fortunes of Yaakov, taken away the guilt of your people, pardoned all their sin, Selah. Withdrawn all your wrath. Turn from your fierce anger. Restore us, God of our salvation. Renounce your displeasure with us. Are you to stay angry with us forever? Will your fury last through all generations? Won't you revive us again so your people can rejoice in you? Show us your grace, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh. Grant us your salvation. I am listening. What will God, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, say? For he will speak peace to his people, to his holy ones, but only if they don't relapse into folly. His salvation is near for those who fear him, so that glory will be in our land. Grace and truth have met together. Justice and peace have kissed each other. Truth springs up from the earth, and justice looks down from heaven. Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh will also grant prosperity. Our land will yield its harvest. Justice will walk before him and make his footsteps a path. Well, in this Shabbat, with the Aaronic blessing, Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh will kneel before you presenting gifts. He will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yahweh will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yahweh will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.